know that you have 4 different energy bodies? We have our physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental. And in shamanism, these are represented by a physical being the snake, emotions being the jaguar or the panther, your mental body being the hummingbird, and then your spiritual body being the eagle. When we are trying to heal ourselves, it can be very overwhelming and very confusing because your 4 different bodies actually need different levels of support, different levels of understanding, and different types of love from you. Just like with your inner children. So you have multiple inner children within you, because imagine you have a 5-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, an 18-year-old. They all need different levels of support and understanding and tools and resources. You're going to talk to a 5-year-old different than you would a 12-year-old. And they all have their own memories and their own perceptions and levels of understanding. So you have to speak to them individually to help yourself release PTSD. It's the same thing with your 4 energy bodies as well. And when you break it up like this, it makes healing a lot easier. You can say, okay, what is something today that I can do to focus on my physical body, and maybe tomorrow my mental body, and then maybe the next day my emotional body. And then what happens is you start healing and growing exponentially in each individual area, and the wheel of life and reality starts turning at a much more accelerated rate, instead of you trying to do a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit here. And if you want to work on multiple bodies in one day, that's okay too. But just understanding the differences of them can really help you grow. And the reason I'm sharing this is this morning I went into meditation, and anytime that you personify something, like give it human form, it's so much easier to talk to. You can actually receive downloads and advice from it. And you can do this with money. You can do this with joy. You can do it with your mental body. It can be literally anything, your higher self. Imagine what they would look like as a person, because now you have a point of reference and something to point your attention at, and you're giving it form, you're giving it consciousness so it can speak back to you. And so this morning when I was in meditation, I was like, you know what? It's been a little while since I went in and talked to the 4 of my energy bodies. I'm going to go in and see if they need anything from me. How can I help them best heal? And when I went in, I was going through each one individually and praising them and saying, thank you so much for all that you do for me. But I was making it very specific and tailored to each one. And then I said, what do you need from me as the soul? What can I do to help you on your evolution journey? And then I asked each one of them for advice in my own life. How can I grow spiritually? How can I grow mentally? How can I grow physically? How can I grow emotionally? And it was just such a lovely bonding experience for all of us. And I realized I need to do that more. I need to thank them and appreciate them as the multidimensional selves, especially your physical body, okay? Because your physical body is why you're getting to have this experience right now, okay? This life experience. But I wanted to share that as a maybe journal prompt for you to do today or coming up. It's very healing. It's a great way to integrate. It's a great way to understand at deeper depths how you can create forward movement in your life on multitudes of different layers. And they really appreciate hearing that from you as the soul, as a multidimensional self.